Alright guys, Richard Holmes here. So now, today we're gonna take a deeper look into some of the privacy settings that you may not have known existed. You see this big area here, but right down here in this bottom corner, there are settings for apps and websites. So I'm sure all of you have at some point in time been invited to play a game with your friend or add an app, and regardless of whether you've used these apps, they gain access to your information. So one that I played the other day was Mafia Wars. I didn't like it very much, but I still played it. And since then, it has still had access to all of this information about me by default. It can access my name, my profile picture, my gender, my networks, my user ID, all of my friends, and any other public information. It can send me emails, it can access my contact information, meaning my address, my phone number. It can access anything about my friends, even if a friend has never played this. And by default, it's allowed to post to my wall and access my Facebook chat. It gives me the option of removing these, but before today I didn't even know these settings existed, so...
And let me just butt in, Richard. You know that allow button that you have to click whenever you have to click on an app? You know that?
Mm-hmm.
That button basically says you can access all of this. And even if you only click it once and, you didn't really want to play the game, but you still clicked allow, all of the access to all of this information.
That's right. And you know what, Gabe? Mafia Wars just isn't very important to me, so I'd rather not have Facebook have access to all this information. So I'm going to remove this app, and I am going to feel much safer.
I feel safer for you.
Thanks, Gabe. So now we're going to take a look back at our apps and website settings. And there's another option here called Info, accessible through your friends. So let's take a look at this. It says here, use the settings below to control which of your information is available to applications, games, and websites when your friends use them. The more info you share, the more social the experience.
How did they get away with that?
So what does that mean? That means there's an app that my friend uses that I don't even know it exists. So I'm not even going to give the name of an app because I don't know what that app is. But by default, any application that my friend uses knows every little bit of information on my profile. My birthday, my friendships, my relationship statuses, anything. My location.
Who you're interested in.
Exactly. This isn't information that anybody needs to know. And I don't see why a third-party application on Facebook should know that. So
delete it.
I'm gonna delete this because they try and justify this by saying the more social the experience, but like, I don't know.
Let's be real here.
Yeah. Like, if I'm playing apps on Facebook, I'm probably not being very social. So let's save these changes. And now we'll bring it back to you, Gabe, to go through some instant personalization.
The one thing that Richard didn't know about is instant personalization. And this is kind of like a new thing. And it basically lets third parties access some of your information so they know what you like. And so, like, here's a little description. To provide you with great personalized experience the moment you arrive, such as immediately playing the music you like or displaying friends' reviews. To tailor your experience, these partners only access public information and information available to everyone. Well, the problem with this is it might be a little annoying, first of all, and second of all, information that you made available to everyone at one point, now it's available. Now they accessed it already, so it's available all the time.
Gabe, are these websites other than Facebook that can...
These are all these websites and other websites that Facebook is partnered with. So we're not just talking Facebook. All these websites have your information.
That's Bing, Pandora, TripAdvisor. I don't even know what most of these websites are.
Now, we've already turned it off, but usually it's enabled. So if you have it enabled, maybe you should want to click, and they give you a little confirmation that says there's a lot of rumors, but if I were you, I disable that feature, and I feel much safer for you, and I just think it's better. So a good thing we did this.
Thanks, Gabe.
No problem, man. All right, Richard. So do you have any idea why this is all important?
Well, in the end, Gabe, anything I ever post on the internet, even if I think I've deleted it, it's still there somewhere. And the sooner I get rid of access to this information, the better. Because if in a few years I'm not using Facebook anymore, anybody who just puts even a little bit of effort into it can find out a whole lot about me. And I don't want that happening.
You're exactly right, Richard. And I'd just rather be safe than sorry. And just check these settings out. See if you see something interesting that maybe you shouldn't have public or something like that. And don't let technology use you.